Will OpenAI's $2,000 AI replace your job or redefine how we work? We take a look at the impact on careers, businesses, and the very future of work.
We're diving deep into the world of AI, and whether your 9 to 5 is about to get a pink slip from a robot.
It all starts with OpenAI, those ChatGPT brainiacs. Word on the street is they're cooking up a $2,000 a month AI subscription.
$2,000 a month
Yeah.
for an AI subscription. For that price, it better be writing my emails, doing my taxes, and maybe even picking up my dry cleaning.
Well, their CEO, Sam Altman, says it's basically like having a PhD on call 24/7.
Okay, but who needs an AI that's smarter than their doctor?
Think of it like this. A PhD costs a company a lot more than $2,000 a month, especially when you factor in salary, benefits, the whole 9 yards.
I guess that's true. Still, they already have those $20 and $200 a month plans. What makes this one so special? Like, does it come with a robot butler?
Nah, not quite. Those other plans are helpful, but they're not exactly replacing brain surgeons. This new tier is all about something called an AI agent aimed at businesses. They even showed it off in Paris, tackling tasks that would make a whole team of interns sweat.
So, like a digital workhorse that doesn't need sleep, coffee breaks, or vacation days.
Exactly. And OpenAI isn't the only one in the game. Cognition Labs has this AI software engineer they call Devin. It's up for grabs right now for a cool $500 a month.
$500 a month. That's more than my gym membership, but it's got to be way cheaper than hiring a human coder, right?
Yeah, think about it. A software engineer can easily pull in like $8,000 a month or even way more. Some companies are already ditching human employees altogether. There's this accounting firm, CLA, they actually stopped hiring a year ago.
Wait, they just shut down the HR department, replaced the water cooler with a robot charging station.
Not that dramatic. Their CEO says they're letting the workforce shrink naturally through attrition. They're using those savings to give current employees fatter paychecks and more company shares.
So everyone gets a raise, but no new hires. Is that a good thing? Bad thing? I'm getting mixed signals here.
It definitely brings up some interesting questions about the future of work.
Hey, want our free AI dope top AI tools that we use? Chat below. It's our live Google Sheets packed with over 100 killer tools, video, music, photos, AI voices, productivity, script writing, YouTube hacks, captions, the works, always growing, live Google Sheet, always free, AI, dope top AI tools that we use. Download and chat below. Back to the show.
Speaking of the future of work, didn't Sam Altman say these AI agents could help everyday people run billion-dollar companies with, like, a skeleton crew?
Yep, he even mentioned it during his Y Combinator interview. And if you throw physical automation into the mix, things get even wilder. Companies like Magic Labs are building robots to handle physical labor. Imagine factories full of robots.
Hold on, are we talking full-on robot takeover? Like they're going to be building each other while we're stuck sipping lemonade on a beach somewhere?
Maybe not lemonade, but the potential for things to change is huge. These robots could create new businesses that we couldn't even dream of before because of, well, human limitations.
Okay, this is getting a little too Skynet for me. I'm suddenly very attached to my old-school stapler. But seriously, where do we humans fit in all this automation craziness? Are we all destined to become, like, robot butlers?
That's the billion-dollar question. What are the ethics? What happens to society? We need to unpack this carefully.
So, we're on the verge of a robot revolution. But let's take a step back for a second. These AI agents, we keep talking about what exactly are they? They're not just glorified spam bots, right?
Oh, definitely not. These AI agents are systems that can learn and adapt and pull off some pretty complex tasks. Think of it like a high-powered consultant, but without the expensive dinners.
So basically, they're digital brainiacs working 24/7, no complaints, no stock options, and probably don't even need a bathroom break.
You got it. And the potential here is, well, it's pretty mind-blowing. Imagine an AI agent, analyzing market trends, spotting investment opportunities, even making trades for you.
Wait, are you saying I could be sitting on a beach somewhere while my AI is turning me into a Wall Street tycoon?
Maybe not sitting on a beach just yet, but the possibilities are definitely out there.
Okay, let's say I'm not some, high roller investor. I'm just a regular business owner. How can these AI agents actually help me? Besides, booking my flights and ordering takeout for the team.
Well, let's take marketing, for example. An AI agent could, analyze your target audience, come up with some catchy ads, run your social media, and even track how well it's all performing. All without needing a whole marketing department.
So, no more brainstorm sessions with those marketing gurus who use a bunch of fancy words but can't explain what they actually do.
Potentially, and that's just one example. We're talking customer service, product development, you name it, an AI agent could probably shake things up.
Okay, this is starting to sound like we're living in a sci-fi movie. But what about us humans? What happens to all the people whose jobs get, well, robotized?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? All this talk about retraining and learning new skills, but will that really be enough?
So we could end up with a bunch of, highly skilled people with nothing to do.
It's a real concern. It raises questions about the nature of work itself, how wealth is distributed, and basically what our society will look like in this new AI-driven world.
All right, I'm getting a little existential dread here. Maybe we should just stick to discussing, like, the latest cat memes or something.
I get the anxiety, but it's important to remember that this isn't some black and white situation, Automation has always been a part of progress.
Yeah, that's true. We don't have elevator operators anymore, and the world hasn't, fallen apart.
Exactly. The challenge and the opportunity is to figure out how to use AI to benefit everyone, not just a select few.
So we got to make sure these AI agents work for us, not the other way around. We're the boss, right? Not some robot overlord.
Precisely.
Okay, now that's a mission even Sterling Archer could get behind. But how do we actually do that? How do we stop these AI agents from, going old Terminator on us?
Well, that's going to take some serious brain power. We need ethical guidelines for AI development, regulations to keep things in check, and maybe even a whole new way of thinking about economics, something that fits this changing world of work.
So we're talking about a complete societal makeover. No big deal, right?
It might sound a bit daunting, but it's a conversation we need to have. And it starts with understanding just how powerful these AI technologies really are.
Well, you've definitely given us a lot to think about. But before we jump into solutions, shouldn't we take a closer look at the companies behind all this? The ones driving this AI revolution.
Agreed. Let's explore who's building these AI agents, what their plans are, and how they're shaping the future of work.
Okay, so let's pull back the curtain and meet the wizards behind this AI Oz. First up, OpenAI, the ChatGPT masterminds. They seem to be leading the charge into this robot-run future.
They're an interesting bunch. They actually started as a nonprofit, all about developing AI for the good of humanity, like making the world a better place with robots.
So like the digital Robin Hoods of AI, taken from the code and given to the people.
Kinda. But as their tech got more advanced and, the money-making potential became clear, they switched to a for-profit model.
The classic tale of good intentions meeting a big old pile of cash. So are they just another Silicon Valley giant looking to pad their wallets?
It's not that straightforward. They've actually structured things to try and balance profits with their original mission. They have this cap on profits, and anything extra goes back into research and development.
Okay, so maybe they're not totally evil geniuses. But let's be real. $2,000 a month for an AI agent? That's a pretty hefty price tag. Seems like only the big corporations can afford to play in this AI sandbox.
That's a good point. It does make you wonder, is this just going to make the gap between the haves and have-nots even bigger?
So we could end up in a world where the rich are cruising around in AI-powered yachts and the rest of us are, like, stuck rowing the boats.
It's a possibility we got to think about. And that's why it's so important to have these conversations, about the ethics, about what this all means for society. It's not just about the cool gadgets. It's about how those gadgets change the world.
All right, enough of the doom and gloom. Let's flip the script here.
Yeah.
What can we actually do? How do we make sure this AI revolution doesn't turn into like a full-blown robot uprising?
First things first, we got to educate ourselves. The more we understand about AI, the better prepared we'll be to deal with whatever's coming, navigate the changes.
So hit the books, folks. Or maybe just keep listening to this podcast.
That's a good start. We also need to talk to each other, have these conversations, talk to the people making policies, talk to the tech folks, call on the shots.
Okay, so let's get the conversation started. What kind of future do we want with these AI agents, partners, tools, maybe even, dare I say it, friends?
That's the million-dollar question. And the answer is out there somewhere, but it all comes down to the choices we make today. AI isn't just taking jobs. It's creating opportunities like never before. Click this next video where we cover 35 new AI jobs you need to know about that are shaping the future of work.